Hello students, good morning. Welcome to day 4 of Stepping Stones being closed. And today I'm going to teach you how to make pancakes. Now I'm sure many of you have made pancakes before, but I thought it would be a nice thing just to show you, just as a reminder, and because it's a great thing to eat for breakfast. So hopefully this video gets to you in time for breakfast. If you don't have it for breakfast, you can have it for lunch. Sometimes what I do is I get some frozen peas and I put some peas and cheese and maybe some pesto in, and that's a big favourite with Joni. So here we've got 100 grams of flour. Yep. Put that in a bowl. It's not very much flour actually. It never seems like very much, but you put it in the bowl. There you go. What I tend to do is make a little hole in the middle of the flour, and make sure you've washed your hands before doing all of this. Crack an egg and put it in the middle of the flour, the hole in the flour, and then another egg. There you go. And then a tablespoon, oh I just spilled that a bit, a tablespoon of vegetable oil. So I think I'm just using rapeseed oil. And what you want to do is you want to start mixing it together. So I've probably just done that a bit wrong. You want to mix it so you're mixing it sort of away from the flour, and it's just beginning very slowly to take some of the flour in from the edge. And when it starts to do that, you can pour in a little bit of milk. And this takes a little bit of time, but you mix the milk in with the eggs and flour, slowly bringing in a little bit more of the flour as you go along. And when it starts to get a bit thick, you just put in a bit more of the milk. Now this would be a really nice thing to do with someone at home, maybe your housemate or your carer or your parents, if your parents are around. And it's a really nice thing to do together because everyone can get involved. It's nice and easy, and at the end of it, you can all share some delicious pancakes. I wonder what your favourite type of pancake is. What I really like on pancakes is a bit of spinach and mushrooms. Now, I've been warming my pan just to save a bit of time, and now I've turned it down to number 4. Which I think is probably a good heat, because you don't want it too hot because you don't want it to burn. Hopefully you can see all this. So we're almost done with the flour. Seems like we've got all of it in. And so this recipe asked for 300 millilitres of milk. But you can make a little decision as to how thick you think you want your pancakes mix to be. I think that's quite good actually. So I probably use 200 millilitres. So 100 grams of flour, 2 eggs, a tablespoon of oil, and 200 millilitres of milk. And now I've got a really nice mixture. So I'll put that to one side. Here we've got my pan. Hope you can see the pan. You can see the pan, that's great. Put a little bit of oil in, not too much. Oh, it's a bit smoky because it's quite hot. So if you've got too much oil in, you can always just pour it back into the pancake mixture. Okay, oh, that's started to cook the pancake mixture. Maybe you're not meant to do that. Then you take a ladle and pour the mixture in. And you want to make sure the mixture coats the whole pan, and if there's any extra, you can pour it out back into the pan. I like my pancakes a little bit thicker, so I tend to put a little bit more in. Don't worry if the first pancake doesn't work that well. Quite often they don't, but the ones after that usually do. And a trick I find useful is that usually what I do is I get a bit nervous about it burning, so I try and play with it a lot, and then it all gets stuck and it turns into a bit of a mess. So what I found is that if you leave it for a little bit longer than you think you should, it's usually a bit better. So let's just wait for this to cook. You can test the sides. Oh, it's also worth saying that it's good to use like a really good non-stick pan, because pancakes can get sticky. So if you have a frying pan that's not non-stick, or any other type of pan that's not non-stick, it might not work that well. Okay, so it looks like this has come free of the pan. Shall I try and flip it? What do you think? Okay, I'll give it a go. 1, 2, 3. No, that didn't work. Okay, maybe I'll just turn it over with the spatula. I don't want to absolutely fail on this. Oh, look at that. That looks very nice. Nice and brown. It smells really nice. I've used wholemeal flour, and it has a really nice smell to it. It smells kind of caramelly. So I think what I'm going to put on this pancake is a little bit of lemon, because that's nice. Make sure that you don't have any pips go in, which I just did. But a little bit of lemon. I'm going to turn off the heat, take the pan off the heat, get a plate. Here's my plate, and there's my pancake. Very nice, ready to eat. And yeah, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go have my breakfast. Enjoy your pancakes and speak to you soon. Okay, bye.